So I just spent 7 days on the NCL Getaway, and today I'm going to help you decide if this ship is right for you.
The Norwegian Getaway is a Breakaway class ship built in 2014. It stretches 1,068 feet long across 18 decks, carries nearly 4,000 passengers, and is staffed by about 1,600 crew members. Despite its age, the ship went through a recent refurbishment, and while it does show its years in a few places, overall it's surprisingly well kept and feels lively and fresh. The Getaway is packed with features, from sports complex and aqua park to Illusionarium, an immersive dinner show built around magic and illusions, complete with a massive 30-foot video dome. There's also the Sky Vodka Ice Bar, the Vibe Beach Club for adults, and over 28 dining options on board. If you've sailed on other Norwegian cruise ships, the Getaway's layout will feel pretty familiar. Decks 6 through 8 serve as the main interior highway connecting the ship from bow to stern. From the Getaway's theater up front to the main dining hub in the aft, with bars, restaurants, and shops scattered along the way. This ship handles foot traffic fairly well. You'll notice some bottlenecks after shows or during parties, but it's much better than what you'd find on smaller NCL ships, like for example, the Gem. One design flaw that really bothered me is the smoking area near the casino on deck 7. It is enclosed behind glass, but you can still definitely smell cigarette smoke anywhere in that area, especially near Shanghai Noodle Bar, which is otherwise one of the best casual eateries on the ship. Now, speaking about food, I made a full dining guide video that breaks down every single restaurant on board and everything I ate during my 7 days on the Getaway. I'll link that for you above if you want a deep dive, but here's the quick summary. The main dining rooms were the weakest part of the overall food experience. Service was friendly, but the food quality was definitely a hit or miss. Some nights were decent, otherwise felt like cafeteria food to me. The buffet offered a better variety and some nice surprises, especially the carving stations and the daily specials. But it could get extremely crowded during peak times. The specialty dining is where the ship really shines. I mean, that makes sense, right? You gotta pay for it. Cagney's Steakhouse delivered one of my favorite meals on the trip, with perfectly cooked filet mignon and exceptionally good service. Moderno Churrascaria was another standout if you like fun, social dining experience with a lot of meat. And Ocean's Bar and Grill, open 24 hours a day, became my go-to spot for late-night snacks and some comfort food. Overall, food on the Getaway can be sort of a coin flip. The included dining is just okay, but the specialty restaurants are excellent. If you're a foodie, plan to spend the extra money you need to get that best experience.
And by the way, if this is your first time here, my name is Tom Sunday. I make a ton of cruise videos to help you have a better vacation. So make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so YouTube recommends my next helpful video to you.
Now, the Getaway offers a wide range of staterooms, everything from basic inside cabins, ocean views, balconies, and of course suites. For those wanting luxury, the Haven offers exclusive access to private areas, concierge services, and of course beautifully upgraded rooms. This was actually my first solo cruise, and I stayed in something they call a studio stateroom. These rooms are compact, but very well designed with smart lighting, modern finishes, and access to the studio lounge, a private area where solo travelers can relax, have a drink, and meet others. I made a full video covering my solo room tour and what it was like to cruise solo on the Getaway. And it's one of the most personal experiences I've had on a cruise ship. That trip taught me a lot about myself and reminded me why I love cruising. I'll link both of those videos for you above if you're interested. Now, entertainment on the Getaway is one of its strongest categories. Compared to smaller NCL ships, this one really delivers. You've got a full-scale production shows in the main theater, live music across multiple venues, comedy shows, magicians, and even themed parties throughout the week. One tip, some of the shows will require reservations, so make sure to reserve them early. As soon as you board the ship, stop by the box office or check your app to grab the reservations so you don't have to wait on a massive line before the show starts, or even not be able to get in because it's sold out. Same goes for your dinner reservations. I talk about that in my boarding guide video. I'll link that for you above, but generally speaking, when you get on the ship, you want to do your muster drill and then go do your reservations for dining and entertainment. Now, one of my favorite venues on board was Sid Norman's Poor House, a small rock-themed club inspired by the legendary venues like CBGB and the Fillmore. The band performs classic rock hits from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and so on, and then the cast also does tribute performances. Those are incredible. It's like being part of a live concert every night. Just know that it's tiny and lines form pretty early, so you're gonna have to get on, probably a good 45 minutes before the show starts if you want to get in. But I highly suggest going at least once. Now, for families, if you have little ones, the ship has an aqua park with 5 slides, rope courses, a kids club, and plenty of activities for young cruisers. It's not over the top like a Royal Caribbean megaship, but there's definitely enough to keep your kids entertained. For adults, there's the Sky Vodka Ice Bar. I've never seen this anywhere on any other cruise ship, where literally everything, from glass to the seats, is made out of ice. You're basically given gloves and parkas, and it's like a fun novelty try once type of a thing. You kind of walk into a refrigerator, so as long as you don't mind being cold, but it is a really cool experience. Between the main shows, game shows, trivias, themed parties, and a bunch of other stuff, there's always something happening on board. I'd give the entertainment on the Getaway a solid 8 out of 10. Now, the service on the ship was outstanding. The crew went above and beyond in every area, from the cabin stewards who greeted me every morning with a smile to the dining staff who always remembered my name and preferences. There's a warmth and friendliness on the ship that really stood out compared to some of my other past NCL cruise experiences. You can tell that this crew genuinely cares. They made me feel like family, especially as a solo traveler. They also sang to me every single morning when I walked into the buffet to get breakfast. Literally, every single morning these two are out here singing. I haven't really seen that on any other cruise ship. So the service and the crew? Definitely a 10 out of 10. Overall, Norwegian Getaway offers a cruise experience that sits comfortably between value and quality. It's not the newest ship or the flashiest, but it delivers fun, relaxing, and lively experience at a fair price point. Yes, you'll pay extra for better dining and premium experiences, but that's the NCL model. If you go in with the right expectations and budget for the things that matter to you most, you'll have a great time. For me, this cruise restored my confidence in sailing older NCL ships. The Getaway proved that age isn't everything. It's about atmosphere, service, and how you make the most of your time on board. I really enjoyed my week on the ship, and I absolutely will be sailing her again. If you have any questions about the Getaway, drop them down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.